Okay. Amelia, thank you very much for that.
Thanks.
Enjoyed that thoroughly. Okay, coming up on the show, we are in the kitchen with Sujed. Hi, Sujed. Good to see you again.
Nice to see
This
you.
morning, he's cooking up a Thai Penang chicken curry. Looking forward to that. Yum. Smell the flavours already. Well, here's quite a dramatic story. From a prison cell at the age of just 15 to a lifestyle today that most people can only dream about. Dean King turned his life around from a crime consumed by heroin addiction to a self-made millionaire. And he's telling us this story for the first time. Dean King joins me. Good morning, Dean. Welcome.
Good morning, Kerri. How are you?
Oh, look, I'm terrific. I am amazed by your story. Let's start. You're 15. You're in jail for manslaughter.
That's correct.
What happened?
Well, we went to steal some marijuana plants in Roselle, and it all went wrong. And unfortunately, the guy came out, he got stabbed, and there was a couple other accomplices with us, and yeah, I got charged for murder, which got downgraded to manslaughter because I didn't kill him.
Yeah, your other associates did. I mean,
Well, yeah, but you know, it's debatable. You know, if he should have got found guilty of it, but that's another story.
yeah. Okay, you're only 15, but that wasn't the first crime or time you were picked up by the law. What was the first thing you did? At what age?
The first thing I did was stole a handbag and a posties motorbike at Gosford.
How old were you?
11.
And you just kept doing this sort of stuff, didn't you?
Well, you know, my family structure wasn't a family structure where it had boundaries.
Well, let's look at clearly the obvious question is, where were your parents?
Drinking.
Alcoholics.
Well, yeah, somewhat. They were drinking, and I suppose I was the last of the 4 children, so I got the raw end of the straw, so to speak, because they did all the hard work with the other 3, and you know, I was left to my own devices, so to speak. So I could run the streets.
They didn't know where you were?
No, they just let me go, and you know, and there was no attention, there was no love, there was no intimacy, we did nothing as a family, we had no family outings, or it was just, it was cold. So I sought attention in other areas, and you know, any attention is good attention. So,
and of course then drugs always comes into the story, and you
always.
were a heroin addict. Now,
always.
You obviously got into trouble with the drugs, but you did find rehab. Now, when did you really start turning your life around? What happened at rehab? Why did it work for you?
Well, I went there not with the intention to change. I went there to escape. So the reason why I changed wasn't the reason why I went there. Okay, so
But it did work for you.
It worked for me, and what worked for me is that they confronted me with who I really was,
So
which wasn't a very nice person.
How old were you then?
I was 27.
Now, you got your first job at 29.
29.
And you were virtually illiterate anyway at that stage.
Couldn't read, couldn't write. No.
So you'd really slipped through the system.
Completely.
Now you're a self-made man.
Yeah.
You're quite wealthy.
Yeah.
Does that stun and amaze you?
Well, not really, because, you know, the money is a byproduct of it. It's the change that I did prior to making the money. I was happy just to know that if I kept talking about my feelings, not blaming the world for my situation,
So now that you
taking
did
accountability, responsibility for myself.
because you got into real estate.
Yeah.
You know, that's a really big leg up, especially from where you were coming from.
Yeah.
So the key was rehab and listening to people, because there's got to be something else people take out of this. There's a lot of other kids who are in your situation as we speak, and a lot of parents who are not paying the right attention. What is the key to people making it for themselves, which clearly you've done, Dean?
Well, the key is, I think, is that, you know, getting out of being victimisation, you know, acting like the victim. You know, stop blaming the whole world for your situation. Don't get me wrong, Kerri-Anne, I know that there is things that go against good people. I know bad things happen to good people. But at the end of the day, it's what you take out of that.
Is it all about personal responsibility?
All about personal responsibility. There's nothing other than that. Because that's the only way you grow. And fortunately, I've been blessed, or I've had the wisdom to keep doing that after rehab. And that's how I've become successful financially. But as I said, I want to state, it's not the money. You know, like the GFC hit me, I've had my ups and downs, you know, like it hasn't
Because it's
been...
tempting to go back to an old lifestyle and a heroin addiction, is it not?
Well, not where I am now, because, you know, I'm beyond it. I'm completely beyond it. Like, you know, that's just not an option. You know, but because I've matured and I've grown up. And I think a lot of it, Kerri, is maturity.
Yeah.
You've
Well,
really
but you're
got to
lucky
mature.
enough and smart enough and wise enough to have actually seen it through to the other end. But it's a wonderful story, and one we really wanted to tell people, and I hope you enjoyed that. Dean King, thank you. More success to you.
Can I just say one thing?
Please do.
I've got a book coming out at the end of the year, and I've also got a website, all the W's.
Well, we'll put all that on our website, but I
Thank
tell
you.
you, it is an amazing story.
Yeah.
And you are a true credit for literally dragging yourself up by the bootstraps, and we appreciate it.
I appreciate your time.
We've got more coming up. Have a look at this.
In Australia, we're lucky